Welcome to the Gag Is podcast with me, your host, Charlie Shante, where I share the roller coaster of my life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. After becoming a teen mom at 14 and a widow by the age of 21, it's a journey filled with tears and laughter, reminding you that even in the toughest moments, there's hope. The gag is, life may be unpredictable, but it's always worth living. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Gag Is podcast. I am your girl, Charlie Shante. Man, I don't know what is going on with my voice. Anyway, welcome back for another week. I am happy to be back this week. I missed y'all last week. I really did. So, my bad. But thank you for joining us on another week. I hope that you have been enjoying the content, getting a lot of feedback. So, thank you guys for that. I've been kind of nervous because I'm like, dang, I ain't getting no feedback. But then it's kind of like I get a ton of feedback. So I'm very happy about that. So thank you guys. Keep the reviews coming. I appreciate y'all sending them to my phone, but leave them on wherever you listen to your podcast at. That way other people can see your reviews, because I can't go on there and type your review up for you. So yeah, so it is the month of November. Like, how did we get here already? It is November. How do we get here already? So y'all know what that means. That means my birthday coming up in next month. I'm so ready. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know. I was thinking about Toronto. I was thinking about Denver. I was thinking about Phoenix. I ain't really sure. So comment where y'all think I should go for my birthday. It gotta be somewhere fun. Not Florida, not Atlanta, not Vegas. I don't think I want to do LA this year. I want to do somewhere neat. I don't want to go to the islands. I want to keep it stateside. Yeah, we'll keep it stateside. So, so let's jump right into it. It is, it is the month of November. One more month to go, and then we are in 2024. Oh my God. Yes. So this month, I figure we going to start diving into some heaviness. We're going to start talking about some real topics. I've been kind of baby stepping it with y'all, but now we're about to get into some real deal things. I feel like it's time to take the Band-Aid off and let's get into some real deal nitty gritty hardcore things that people don't even like to talk about. Bear with me because apparently my allergies is okay. Let me tell y'all. So I'm allergic to oranges, and I went somewhere this week and I don't drink, but I had like a little mocktail, and I think that the mocktail shaker that they used, may have probably put orange juice in it before, and they just go and they just rinse it out, and I think that they didn't rinse it out really good, and so I've been kind of recovering from a little allergic reaction. So if you're watching this on YouTube and my face looks puffy and it looks funny, it's because of that. And my voice is kind of cracky because, like I said, I'm just getting over that. But bear with me. We're going to get through this. And so if you're listening to this, great. Remember, you can always see me too. And y'all should see me. I got my hair did, got some fresh nails, and But let's go ahead and jump into this week's topic. So this week we're going to talk about the power of community. I'm going to do like a whole series during the month of November because Thanksgiving is this month. And, we have a lot of things that we should be thankful for. And community is a big part of us doing things and us getting along. So, power of community. And, today we're just going to go over some basics, the different aspects of your community, how you put people in your community. And then each week we're going to kind of build. So next week we'll talk about building a community in the military because it's Veterans Day next week. So I have a guest next week. I'm so excited for y'all to see that. That was yeah. And then after that, we're just going to kind of talk about, Thanksgiving, the Friendsgiving or whatever. And then we're just going to kind of roll it and step it from there. So building a community around you, I think even more so than before, you need a community around you because you cannot do anything alone. I thought I could. I've tried this before and it don't work. So it's always good to have somebody around you, but just because you have people around you don't mean that they are the good people that are supposed to be there. That doesn't mean that they're the people that are there to help you. Sometimes people are near you to see your downfall. They just package it as I'm here for you. Let me be here for you. But in all actuality, if you a hater, why would you not be close to somebody so that you can watch their downfall in real time if they're going to have a downfall? It's sucky to say, but this happens every day in our lives. Every day in my life. I mean, well, no, we'll take that back. It don't happen every day in my life because my community, my circle is small. I almost cut myself off. That's how small it is. But my circle is small. I had to start weeding people out. I remember it was a couple years ago. I said, God, if there's people in my life that shouldn't be there, just go ahead and take them out my life because they not meaning me no good. And if they don't mean me no good, then I'm probably not doing them a service of being in their life as well. Y'all, when I tell you people start disappearing and then somebody that's really, really that I thought was that I was cool with, it was really close to me, disappeared. And I was like, damn, God, like that's what we okay, my guy, you the big man, you in charge. So I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with that. And ever since I left it at that, it was sad. It was hurtful, but you can't just let anybody around you because people always don't mean you no good. And so we're gonna talk about building a community around you. And in order to build a community around you, you gotta know what it is you need because people ask you all the time, what do you need? And I know for me, one of the big things, I'm always like, I don't know. So how can you ask for help and build a community and you don't know what you need? So you got to start and you got to figure out what it is you need. I need someone in my corner that I can just vent to. I just need a listening ear. Or I need someone to help me with the kids, because sometimes I'm having a bad day. Or can I put you as my emergency backup? Something as simple as that. And people with kids, we know the power of having an emergency backup because sometimes we can't get to the kids right away. And there may be somebody else that can get to your kids sooner than you can get to your kid. I know I have my best friend, my goddaughter, because they're really close to where he goes to school. And so if it has happened before where my son has gotten injured actually at his bus stop and broke his leg. And I was at work and I couldn't get to him soon enough. And so my goddaughter was able to go and get to him before I was. And so having that reassurance that someone that I know, someone that I trust and trust very much was able to go to my child to be there to comfort him until I got there. Those are the type of people that you need around you because you can have people that say, girl, if you need something, call me. If you need something for the kids, call me. And then you call them and they're not even there. I've seen it happen. And it's sad because as women, I like, why would you, if somebody trusts you to be, you know what, we going I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Your girl is passionate when it comes to community and helping people. You gotta be there. But you need to, in order to ask for help, you need to know what it is you need. You need to paint that picture as to, what do I need? Do I need it in the form of someone being here? Do I need it just in the form of daily affirmations? Do I need it in the form of, what form do you need it in? Because everybody's is not gonna look the same. You know, you can't rely on one person for everything. You can't rely on one person for your emotional support. You can't rely on one person just for your advice. Make sure you select people who bring different things, because a puzzle is put together with pieces. A puzzle, it starts off as one big piece, which is you. But when you start building your community, that puzzle is getting broken down into pieces. And when the pieces come together, they make a whole puzzle, right? So make sure you are clear about what it is you need, so that you're not just picking John Doe over here or Jane Doe over here or Billy Bob or, Tasha and Linda. Make sure that when you picking these people, tell them whatever it is you need, look for it in those people. And if you have a question about, this person has this, but they missing that, don't even try to validate that. Because I would say, maybe 4 different groups of women that I can turn to, I can lean on for different things. None of them offer the same thing. They all offer different things, like I have my friends that I can cut up with. I have my professional friends, I have my friends that I go to if I need advice, if I need comfort, I have just a different group of women that I just surround myself with. And, I think that's a big thing. You got to stop surrounding yourself with girls, because if, I don't care how old somebody is, if you over 30 years old and you are on social media talking about, I don't care who likes me, you ain't got to deal with me. If you don't like what I'm posting, unfollow me and stuff like that, you still dealing with a little girl. That's not no woman. Like, straight up, that's not a woman. Because why is you talking like that, sis? Like, we too old to be acting like that. We have females coming up behind us. Why are we setting this type of example? If you don't want your child to do that, if you don't want your child to be on social media talking like that, then why is you on there talking like that? Because ain't you setting the standard? I just saying. I'm just saying. So make sure you have people that are around you that bring substance to you, and that are not just there just to ride the ride. And like I said, everybody's support system is going to look different. Nobody's support system is going to look the same. I have all female friends that I look to for advice. Then I have one male friend that I look to for advice. And he's actually going to be on the show next week. So y'all will get to see that. So quantity is not better than quality. You got to remember that, because y'all gonna see. We gonna dive deep into that here this month. I'm just doing a basis overview of how a community can be important and things as such, especially in a Black community, because we got a lot going on. We always have a lot going on. So, instead of attacking others in our race, let's help each other out, because why not? but help them out in a positive way. Nothing derogatory, nothing attacking or anything like that. And the community that I had when I was a teen mom is definitely not the same community that I utilized when I became a widow. Definitely two different, very different audiences. Um, teen community, I'm gonna say my community was very limited. And what's crazy enough is when I became a mom, I was heavy in church because my mom and my grandmother were heavy in church. And when I tell y'all, let me make some good eye contact with y'all. When I tell y'all, it's some folks that I don't mess with. I love Christians, but I don't like church folks because the entire time while I was pregnant and how I had my son, so much talking behind my back. And I'm like, y'all forget we are human. We are sinners, and I have repented to the Lord already. So who is you to come up in here and judge me? Instead of judging me, you should be you should be helping me. And you're not helping me if you're judging me. Real talk. So, we in the Black community, we look at the church for support and we look at them as a community, but in a lot of situations at some churches, they're not a community. They're not a positive community. They're a community of gossipers. Yep, I said it. Community of gossipers. And there ain't nobody at my old church, and if there is, very few of them that I will say supported me when I was a teen mom. So anybody listening that went to church with me, now you know. I don't fool with them. Anyway, let's move along. In the widow community, I have an episode dedicated to this, and the community that I had when I first became a widow, it was very wild and it was very diverse. I will say that. It was definitely an interesting time. But at that time, because of what was going on, I was like, okay, I have all of these people who want to help me and who want to be there for me, and I'm 21 at the time. I ain't know no better. So I thought, okay, I have all of these people around me that are able to help me. And, this is amazing. But when it all boiled down to it, I could probably count on one hand how many of them, probably say 50, 60 people was there. It's crazy. So I think a lot of people think, quantity is better than quality, which it is not. The only thing that's good in quantity is money. Real talk. And, what's the point of having a bunch of people around you if none of them bring substance? It's, you just got a lot of people around you. You got a lot of people that know you. Okay, you got a lot of people around you, but so, make sure your community is good. Make sure your community is tight. And, I would say don't be afraid to cut somebody off. If you think somebody is using you or they hindering you, they not bringing no quality, no substance in your life, cut them off. Cut them off, because you never know. You could be blocking your blessing. You could be holding on to this person because of how long you've known them or something like that, but they could be hindering you, sis. Let them go. Let them go. I don't care who it is. Let them go. So, like I said, over the next couple of episodes, we'll dive a little bit more into each one of those communities that I have. And, there's benefits of having a support system. It can reduce your stress load. It's better for you mentally, better for you physically, emotionally. There are tons of benefits. Tons and tons of benefits. Health benefits, psychological, emotional. when things are get tough or you're in a bad season, to know that you have somebody to call. Because I tell you one thing, things get rough, I'm going to be up on this phone. Nick, girl, I need you. And just last week, I, I've been going through it. I've been going through it a lot. That's the reason why y'all didn't get an episode last week. Just some emergency things were happening, and I called her, and when I tell y'all, your girl broke down, but she was there, and she, no judgment. She was like, breathe. We gonna walk through this, and we gonna get through this. And I don't think, outside of a couple of more people, I don't think that I could have called any of them people from back in the day. And if they were still in my life, I don't think I could have called any of those people, and those people would have gave me the support that I needed. Real talk. Real talk. So yes, I just wanted to dive in just a little bit about the importance of having a good community, and building a community, what that looks like. As always, if y'all want me to go a little bit deeper, I'm gonna try to see if I can find someone to be on the show who can help us dive a little bit more into that. So let's get to my favorite segment. And so let me tell y'all. So Nick is my best friend is my unofficial topic approver, right? So I had a "you can't make this up" for this week. And I was like, hey, pick which one of these I should do this week. And she's like, I don't think you should do none of them. I was like, why? She said, because I think you just need to make a whole episode dedicated to each one of them. She's like, because there ain't no way. And I was like, yes way. I said, because I was there for all of them. So I think so that's gonna be an episode. It's gonna be a whole "you can't make this up" episode, because all of those topics go hand in hand. And if you're not somebody with a sense of humor, I don't think you're gonna appreciate that episode. Because listen, that episode is gonna have you in tears. I mean, real tears. Because when I was telling her about it, you know what? I'm gonna have to screenshot. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I think I'm gonna place the chat. I'm gonna place the chat whenever that episode is done. I'm gonna place our chat in there, because listen, this is some stuff that you won't. You can't make this up. You can't write about this. You will not see this on your favorite TV drama, because this is real life, reality, unscripted. That's exactly what it was. And that's exactly what it is. So I'm gonna figure out when I'm gonna drop that episode, because like I said, that might be a bonus episode, because when I tell y'all gonna be like, ain't no way, yes way. So let's get into this week's "You Can't Make This Up." Now, I always look for stories that when I read it, I'm like, huh. So I searched high, I searched low, and this one kind of fell in my lap. I was like, oh, okay. So this week's "You Can't Make This Up" is women sue Airbnb after staying in what they say is a house of horror filled with bats. Bats, like the little black things that fly like this. If y'all are not watching this on YouTube and you're only listening to it, you're gonna have to go to YouTube and watch it, because guess what? I'm over here doing a bat flying thing, and it looks probably real crazy, because Yeah, it looked crazy. So y'all gonna have to come check that out, and y'all gonna have to watch that. All right, so let's get into it. A group of women booked a rental that was advertised as a bursting with charm home, but when they entered the home, they said it was nothing like that. So they done lied. They done got somebody to type up this nice little summary of how beautiful and amazing this house is, but they said, y'all lied, because that's not what happened. And they say when they entered the home was nicknamed the castle. First of all, anything named castle is gonna give me old vibes, and I'm gonna probably already be cautious when I go in there because it's probably gonna smell like mothballs. So I'm already going to be on edge. So let's just start there. And so things was good. Like, okay, we living in this ancient castle, and things was good until the fourth night there. Coming to fourth night, bats began to make noise and fly in the rooms. And so I can just imagine you just sitting there, you sleep, and then you just hear bats. And I'm trying to think, there was like a movie. It's probably giving Addams Family vibes. That's what I would think when I think bats and coming into people's house. But anyway, they said these bats started making noise and flying into the rooms. What? They was doing what? Okay. Like they. Okay. Listen. Okay. They was flying in the rooms. They started coming from the from the baseboards. So we got bats flying, and we got bats coming up. Okay. We got bats coming up from the floor. Okay. And other small openings in the house, and they started attacking the women. I don't know how you fend off a bat. I I don't know. I don't have expertise in that. I like outside my house in the light, like the street lights, I've seen bats, but like one ain't never came down and said, "What's popping?" He ain't never bothered me. So he stay over there, I stay over here. That's just what it is. And so it was attacking the women while they was asleep. So I can't even get no sleep because I'm getting attacked by a bat. And the women were forced to hide in their beds underneath the sheets, and they were unable to escape the house. First of all, these bats is gonna have to chase me outside, because what I'm not about to do is stay in the bed that the bats are attacking me in. I'm gonna have, if I have to run outside butt naked, I'm going outside to get away from these bats. Like, y'all can throw me a sheet, because I'm gonna grab my keys. And I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna sit in the car, because guess what? Ain't no bats in the car. I would have just, they'd have had to follow me outside, and guess what? They're not gonna follow you outside because it ain't dark enough, it ain't cool, and it ain't decrepit enough for them to be out there. They not gonna follow you. So that's what I would have did. But anyways, and so at some point a bat became entangled in a woman's hair. At this point I would have died, because there's a bat in my hair. Like it. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. And then after that happened, one of her friends got bit by some of the bats. Listen, I would not have been in this house. The first sign of the bats, I'm in the car butt naked. I am, because I'm not. Y'all can bring me my stuff out, because I'm just sitting. It's 10 degrees. I don't care. I will turn this car on and leave the heat on hell, and just be in here naked before I go back in that house with these bats. I'm just not about to do it. And after the trip, the women had to get rabies shots because they got bit and attacked by these bats. And an exterminator found that a colony of bats, I don't know how many a colony is, but it sounds like a lot. A colony of bats had been living in the home for several years. So they currently have a lawsuit going on against the people. But that's wild. That is really wild. I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna say is I would have been butt naked in the car with the heat on. Yep. And let's go ahead and get ready to close out this week's show. So for my lyric of the week, I think I need to change this to song of the week because I'm just telling y'all songs, people and songs that I feel like go with the episode. So for this week, we got the Beehive. We got Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I, because she says me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. And in the end, at the end of the day, you are all you have. A community as well, but you got to make sure that you are doing you and make sure you are doing things to keep you good. So yeah, until next week, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see y'all next week. Peace.